Israel is destroying Gaza in a way that will impact life for decades to come. These are the words of renowned Palestinian writer, poet and activist Refaat Al-Arир. He was killed in an Israeli airstrike along with 6 members of his family, including his 2 siblings. Al-Arir was a professor of literature and creative writing at the Islamic University of Gaza.
If we stop caring about stories, if we stop telling our stories, if we stop listening to our parents, we create space, we create vacuum for others to occupy this virtual space in our past, in our heart.
In his writings, he often described a life besieged by external forces, yet resilient in its quest for freedom. In one of his final poems, called If I Must Die, he shared his thoughts about leaving behind a mission for others. Al-Arir co-founded a youth-led Palestinian non-profit project called We Are Not Numbers. It tells the stories behind Palestinians in the news and advocates for their human rights.
What we need the world to do, though, is to pay attention to them, and not just when there's violence. Read the stories about everyday life, and that will show you that they need freedom, they need independence, they need dignity.
He was also the editor of Gaza Writes Back, short stories from young writers in Gaza. Through his work, Al-Arir captured the stories of a resilient community. Human Rights Watch says Israel has been responsible for the deaths of 28 writers, musicians and dancers, as well as 183 teachers since October the 7th. The legacy of Al-Arir resonates for many Palestinians as a call to action, inspiring others to pick up a pen and wield words against adversity.
If you start browsing X now, you'll see all of the students that he taught and all the people he influenced, looking about the things he taught them. And I know that his legacy will live longer than this genocidal state of Israel, and that all of us will keep writing.
Tributes also flooded social media following the news of his killing, a digital echo of his impact on the world. Many say they believe his death is the beginning of a new chapter in intellectual resistance against occupation and oppression. His final words on his profile spoke volumes.
If I must die, you must live, to tell my story, to sell my things, to buy a piece of cloth and some strings, make it white with a long tail, so that a child, somewhere in Gaza, while looking heaven in the eye, awaiting his dad, who left in a blaze,